You've got a problem, change your fucking car.
It's lights out and away we go!
Hi, this is Ams.
And Jordan.
We're on the Drive, and today we're going to talk about the Barcelona Grand Prix.
It was a great race, and I think one of us was there, wasn't she?
I was. It was so good. I was sitting right at the starting line.
Tell me all about it. I need to hear the vibes.
The vibes were immaculate, honestly. I was surrounded. I mean, it was mostly Fernando fan. Spanish people are crazy about Fernando. I was front row at the fan stage when he came, and it was insane. It was insane. Spanish people are so loud.
I would think they'd be split between Carlos and Fernando. That's surprising.
I think they support both, but Fernando is such a legend that everyone is mostly Fernando, but they love Carlos too. Carlos came at the fan stage and signed stuff, which was very nice. He was surrounded by the police, the whole police was there to make sure nothing was happening. It was impressive, honestly. It was impressive.
Wow.
And on the Thursday, I did the pit walk, and it was almost impossible to see the garage. I could see Haas, and that was about it, because then everyone was just making a big block around Aston Martin and Ferrari, so you could barely walk in the pit walk. But it was very nice because I arrived when they were doing the Alpine team pictures, so I could see all the Alpine drivers, both feeder series and F1. So I saw Pierre and Esteban. It was so nice, and yeah,
that's really nice.
Very cool weekend. A very cool weekend.
I'm glad it sounds amazing. And at least the rain was the rain awful, because it seemed like it was kind of intermittent.
No, we had only a tiny bit of rain on Sunday, but very not much, maybe 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's not bad at all.
And yeah, the weather was warm, so it was harsh. Because I don't do well in warms, which is a bit ironic since I live in Barcelona. But on the Friday for the F1 Academy quali, I was the sun was going on my seat. I was dying.
That sounds like Jeddah. Jeddah was so hot the entire weekend, and none of the seats are shaded except for the main grandstand A, and we were in main grandstand B, which was at turn 1. It's a much better seat, and it's not it's at the end of the main straight, so you get all the corner action. But oh my god, I was sweating. I was drenched in sweat by the end of every day. It was awful, but it was so nice to see. It was so nice to be there the whole day. And I don't know how Barcelona was, but when we went, I was very insistent. I was we need to go to F1 Academy because I'm going to show up and be there, and I will fight people to get through to see those girls. And there was nobody there. So we had great seats all weekend because we were the only people there for F1 Academy. With 5 other people spread out around.
For the quali, it was empty. There was no one there. But on the Saturdays, there was a fan stage for F1 Academy and the race, and both were full.
Okay.
Really full. And on the Saturday, I was so happy to see so many people showing up for the girls. I started crying because I was just oh, my babies. And even at the fan stage, there was a lot of people.
Okay.
Which is very good. They deserve it. They're so lovely.
They've done so many more activations since Jeddah, which is really disappointing because that was their first race of the season. Yeah. But everyone thinks that Miami was the first F1 Academy race of the season, and I'm no, it was Jeddah.
It was Jeddah. Yeah.
But it's I'm glad that they're doing more activations. I was just a little salty because they wouldn't let anybody near the garage. They wouldn't let anybody near them. They didn't do any sort of fan activations the whole weekend.
Yeah,
it was just they're there. So unless you're kind of actively going and seeking them out, there's no interacting with any of them, which was really disappointing. But am really glad that Barcelona has a much improved situation because I think they deserve the attention and like the fans deserve to be able to like go and meet
No,
them if they
clearly,
want to and show them support.
and I think the fact that they are coming, they were handing out freebies. Like I got a little fan. I know one of my friends got a cap. And
An
so,
F1 Academy cap?
yeah,
They
I need
have merch?
I need them to sell them. They're not selling any.
What? They have merch?
I mean, yes, but not. They don't sell it, so it's like I
I
need
want one.
I need them to sell them. They even had tote bags. Please.
Okay, I think that this is a call to Susie Wolf and the F1 Academy team. I need you guys to sell the merch. We need you to sell the merch because I will wear it all the time. I will be walking around London head to toe dripped out in F1 Academy merch. Please sell it. Or if you want to just send me a hat or a tote bag, I would be glad to rep that.
Same. I've been my fan is now in my bag, and it's not coming out of my bag. It's always there, and whenever I'm hot, I'm like. So yeah,
I
we
need
need
this
this.
ASAP.
We need
ASAP.
this.
Like it is for the girls.
Exactly.
The girls need the F1 Academy merch.
Exactly. And yeah, and they were.
I will be pulling this from the podcast episode to use on my own socials.
But no, yeah, it was great. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I got to speak with the girls because they were doing. So it was 3 on stage and 3 doing signings.
Okay.
And they're so lovely.
Oh,
They're so lovely. I talked with Leah Block and I was like, "You are impressive because from going from a rally to this, it's incredible." And she was like, "Oh, thank you because it's so different. It's like, oh, thanks." They're so cute. They're so cute.
I really want to go to another F1 Academy race this season just so I can like do the fan stuff because I really want to like go.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what are these funds looking like?
Exactly. It's like my bank account does not agree with this.
No, it does not. This is a very expensive hobby to have.
Sadly, yes.
Well, Chloe Chambers won her first race this weekend, and Abby Poling won the other race. So I'm very glad for them. This is Haas's first win ever.
I'm so glad it happened with a girl.
So am I. I will never shut up about it.
No, never.
People are gonna be sick of me.
Yeah.
I'm constantly just talking about her, and I'm like, Chloe Chambers is one to watch. I think we are all focused on Abby Poling, and we are all focused on Dorian Path. But I definitely think that Chloe Chambers is one to keep
she did a very impressive race on Sunday. Honestly, it was insane. But even Dorian too, like she came back from being injured.
Yeah, she fractured her ribs.
Yeah, and she had to opt out of Le Mans, and so she came back this weekend, and she still did a fairly good weekend
for like a first race post injury. Like I was like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
I didn't watch. I feel bad because I didn't watch F2 this weekend. So if you want an F2 recap, we can, or we can just go right into the race.
We got a French win with Formula 2, Victor Martins. I'm telling you, the way we ran to be under that podium for F2, we were like 10 French people in a row at the barrier just yelling. It was so fun. It was so fun. Like, really, I'm so happy we're there to see Victor win. And yeah, we're choosing, as Victor Martins fan, we're choosing to believe Sunday did not happen because he DNF'd in the feature lap. But yeah.
Like, I think that's the thing about F2. It's like it's so interesting, and I'm interested to see like which of them is going to move up next
It's
season.
chaos. F2 is always chaos. I love it. I
It's
love
so
it.
fun.
And yeah, I really want to see who's gonna move up. I just saw that Helmut Marko said that Lawson was gonna be announced in
What?
Racing Bulls. Yep,
In where?
Racing Bulls
Why?
instead of
No.
Daniel.
What?
He said it was gonna be announced close to this week or next week, because basically if they don't put him in the car for next season, he can go somewhere else.
Oh, you can exercise the option.
Yeah, and also the sponsors have been reminding Racing Bulls that you are a junior team. And since the plan for Daniel was to be in the Racing Bull to have a shot at being in the Red Bull, but that now the Red Bull seat is closed.
Poor Daniel. I actually no, not poor Daniel, because like you know what, he has not. He has been consistently outperformed by Yuki all season, and you know what? Fine. Like it is a junior team. Daniel is not in the junior of his career anymore. He needs to find a different team.
Yeah, clearly, and he's not. I mean,
He needs some fresh blood.
Yeah,
fresh
and he's
meat.
not doing amazing performances either. So it's like it's a game. It's the rules of the game. But yeah, and for F1, the start of George Russell.
Yeah, that was like I'm pretty sure he got a really good start because the Lando and Max situation, and then Lewis got stuck behind them.
Yeah,
But like that was also a very, very good start.
that was
honestly
so unexpected. Like I saw him P1, I was like, what?
We had our watch party last weekend for the Barcelona Grand Prix, and so it was chaos in there.
I can imagine.
Scenes. It was just like, which Mercedes is that? Is that George? Is that Lewis? Because I think everyone started screaming because they thought that Lewis was in P1, and then you could see the T cam, and it was like, that's George. That's George Russell. What?
I saw an interview where he was saying like, yeah, last night I was dreaming like, if I get the win in that corner, I can have like a very good start, but I didn't think it could be like a believable thing to happen. He manifested it.
Okay, George. I think he did really well.
He did really well. I think what costed him was the pit stop.
Yeah. Like, I don't think he would have I think he still would have been fourth.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have beat Lewis because Lewis was so much faster on that tire this weekend, and George was on the higher tires, and they were just not giving what they were supposed to give. And so he just kind of out. But like, I think he still would have been fourth because Lando was so much faster, Max was so much faster, Lewis was so much faster. I don't think the results would have changed. It might have just been a bit closer.
No, definitely. Definitely. Speaking of Lando and Max said in post-race that he managed to keep Lando behind, but it was not a sustainable way of racing for him.
Yeah.
So I think Max is getting scared.
I think he is too. And I think he's kind of seeing that like McLaren is dangerous. And I need Oscar Piastri to get a really good qualifying at one of these races. And then just mess it all up. Because I just want chaos at the McLaren factory because of that. Because I am a chaotic person and I wish nothing but chaos on this season.
I love chaos. I thrive on chaos. Chaos is fun. Chaos is very, very fun.
I definitely do think we'll see a lot of close races the rest of the season, especially as teams continue to bring upgrades. I think the Ferrari upgrade will work probably at Monza. I'm not sure about this weekend at Austria. and I'm not sure about Silverstone, but maybe at Monza,
Yeah.
maybe when we get back, they might have something else. Because we do have that like month-long break after summer break.
Yeah. So it's gonna be, honestly, I can't wait to see what's gonna happen everywhere. I think we're gonna start to see where everyone is signing to.
Yeah. Silly season about to kick off.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. Also, Alpine hiring.
Oh,
I forgot.
Briatore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, it's very much like I saw it and I was like, why?
I was like, come again?
Yeah, it's a questionable choice to say the least.
Questionable is nice. And I think, and that, like, because I think Pierre's staying. I think they're going to bring Jack into that seat unless they hire Carlos.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the only reason they haven't announced Jack for that seat, in the off chance that Carlos signs with Alpine.
Yeah, I think so too. It's just, yeah. It's interesting to see. I don't know how that's gonna play out.
Netflix brought a spare crew for Drive to Survive for Barcelona because they thought that Carlos was going to announce where he was going.
Oh my God.
And they thought he was going to announce that he was going to Williams.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. And so everyone's confused because they're like, is that not happening anymore? And I feel like he got a really good offer somewhere else and he's considering both of them.
Probably, yeah.
I give it 2 weeks. I give it Silverstone until he makes a decision because I don't really think it's sustainable for the teams as well.
No.
To not have an answer from him because, like, I think Logan's looking at other options as well, whether that's IndyCar or other teams.
Yeah, I heard IndyCar with Prema for Logan is a current rumor.
That's what I heard as well. And I think that would work. And like, I don't know. I do feel bad for him, and I feel like Williams just was not the best of places to start for F1 for him.
Yeah, I think it was like a lot of bad luck.
Yeah. And like, to be fair, I don't think last weekend was even like really a bad race for him at least.
No.
Because like he and Alex were like in 19 and 20 together. It's not like they were like 20 places apart on the grid. They were both awful.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like, I don't know where more pace would come from. I don't know where more reliability would come from him.
And I don't even think I've heard about upgrades for Williams. So it's... But eventually we're not going to see anything more from them, which we're not seeing anything, so...
I think they're going to continue to be 19, 20, maybe somewhere in like 16, 17, 18, if they get lucky, because Alpine somehow managed to turn it around.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The upgrades from Alpines are seeming to work, like Perez being almost finishing behind Pierre.
That was nuts. I also don't entirely still understand how Perez has that seat, but that's a whole other problem for a whole other day. Yeah. Like, ever since he got that announcement, he has been awful all season.
It's like he was proving himself, and once he got it, it was like, okay, fine.
I'm done.
I can relax now.
It's like you fire... I bet he has some beautiful, like, payout clause if they fire him. It's
probably,
like, if you fire me, you still have to pay me my full salary for the whole 2 years.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, almost finishing behind an Alpine out of all the cars. Nuts. It's when you're in a Red Bull, it's not it.
Aston is falling off though, which is surprising. And like Alonso qualifying so low was a bit of a shock to the system.
I think it was a shock to everyone. Aston Martin are not doing amazing this year.
No. And McLaren's doing quite well. Mercedes, we have a Lewis podium. Yes, they have successfully defended themselves from the sabotage rumors.
Oh my God, I saw that. That was insane. That was insane. Like I didn't have time to like fully see, but did someone email them to tell them?
Yes. So someone emailed like not just the team, but also like a bunch of F1 journalists and like big important people, and we're like, Mercedes is sabotaging Lewis and they're putting his life at risk.
What?
And like they like called the cops and they were like, this is slander. And the cops were like, please get the fuck over it.
That's insane. That's insane.
They're like, if you get anything else, like,
Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, I think like Mercedes are focusing on George, but it's because
yeah, for sure.
and I think it's part of why Lewis chose to leave.
Yeah.
But I mean, to say that they are risking his life is going a bit far.
It's like with the Mercedes thing, like I still wish that they had just handled this whole leaving situation better than what they're than how they're handling it. And I feel like, and I don't know if you saw the social media like targeting campaign on the Mercedes admin.
No.
Oh my god. After not last week, but the week before. Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. They had a storm online
Oh
to deal
yes,
with.
because of the podium. Yeah. Yes, I remember.
And they this weekend they
Lewis on
got
the
together.
podium. Yep.
They were like, here's a photo of Lewis. Here's a solo photo of Lewis. Here's Lewis on the couch. Here's Lewis as the header for our Twitter page. We're going to give you all the Lewis content so you guys shut up. And I was like, so it does work. So they do listen to you.
Yeah, sometimes they do. It's sad that you have to get to a point where you like basically bully them
Literally,
for them
that's
to
what happened.
To realize, oh yeah, we have two drivers. We should post about the two drivers.
Like the Alpine thing makes more sense because like none of them like Esteban.
Yeah.
Sorry. But like the Lewis thing, it's like this man won 7 world championships for you and you're not even doing a proper season send-off for him. Grow up.
Yeah, no, it's I can understand that they feel betrayed. Like I can fully because I think we also Lewis finishing his career at Mercedes. But also I think if you have the opportunity to drive for Ferrari, like it's a history. Even if they're not doing amazing, they're an historical team.
It's Ferrari.
It's Ferrari. Like of course you want to drive there, even if it's 1 year. Like Vettel did the same in the end.
Like Lewis, who knows? Maybe he'll have one more good year in him at the end of his 2 years at Ferrari. And if Mercedes is having some issues, he might swoop back in and then finish his career in silver. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, that's what Schumacher did.
Yeah, exactly. Like you could go back. It's not like he's dead to you.
Exactly. And I truly think Lewis is very, like, he knows everything Mercedes did for him, and I think he's very thankful. So I don't think he wants to leave with bad blood or anything like this.
No.
He doesn't seem like a person that's like this.
For sure.
Yeah. And I think even when he finishes his career, he's gonna keep being in touch with F1 somehow.
Yeah. He'll be around. Because he is he's bigger than F1, and I think we all kind of are aware of that.
Clearly. I think everyone, even people who don't know F1, knows Hamilton.
Yeah.
It's like he's one of these names that you know, even if you don't care.
Yep.
And it's deserved. Oh, I had a friend the other day asking me about Lewis because she was like, yeah, on TikTok I saw this trend, like if you were alone in a room with one guy, who would be the only guy you trust? And it was Lewis Hamilton, and I wanted to know what you thought of it. Like, would you trust him? And I was just like, yes, fully. I would feel safe with Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
So yeah, even
I hope so.
I also do. But
Choose
yeah,
the bear.
I found it very funny that my friend who only likes football suddenly was like, I saw this thing about Lewis Hamilton. Is he really seems like a safe guy? Like, yes.
I don't think I would say the same for every one of the drivers, but at least Lewis.
Exactly. I was like, if I have to choose one. But yeah, what else happened this weekend? I saw Zach Brown from up close. Yeah.
Fun.
I'm
Sorry.
still mad that they fired Theo Porsche, so I was just like focusing on that
the
thing.
McLaren stuff is just, I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't know what is going on in the house of McLaren. It is on fire at the moment.
I don't know. But even there was like a lot of beef between IndyCar drivers and McLaren, our McLaren people on Twitter, because I think it's Scott McLaughlin who said, "Oh, can you imagine all of the poor dead trees we had just this year for the McLaren contract?" And so one of them was like, Tony Kahan was like, well, can you imagine like the poor push-to-pass systems that you did not use and that you want, like not fully? And so it ended up being a whole beef, and I was just like, wow.
That's harsh.
That's, yeah. IndyCar is wild.
I need to be better about watching IndyCar, but I just have not been good about it.
So it was on the Drive, and we'll see you for Austria.
Bye.
Bye.
You've got a problem, change your fucking car.
It's lights out and away we go!